You are now tuned in to the GNWY podcast.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the GNWY podcast. And we are super excited that you tuned in today. And if you can, do not forget to subscribe, like, review, rate, all the things so we can get these people's stories out there more effectively. So without further ado, we would like to introduce this week's guest, and we have two, okay? And if you can, make some noise one time for Simone and Kendall with the Comeback Kids Society. Okay, how y'all feeling today? Y'all good? Yes?
So good. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us on this show today.
Definitely. I appreciate y'all coming out. We just got done with a meeting that was super successful, I feel like. Y'all are very informative, and I like it. So...
Loves the paragraph text.
Definitely. I have to still, take time to read all the way through. Because you just be sending these novels.
I gotta make sure you got all the info,
Listen,
Exactly.
It'd be like that sometimes.
It'd be like that all the time. Yes. Kendall. So, anyway, so I appreciate y'all coming out even through this world pandemic and the ice storm that we just had. You still don't have power?
Still don't have power. Send prayers, send OG&E, send somebody. Somebody that can turn it on and help, Jesus.
Send everybody. Goodness.
Hey.
Yes, that's what's up. Well, I appreciate y'all coming through. And so, I would like to get into, a little bit about y'all both. And then we'll get into what y'all are doing within the community and everything. So, first of all, we have Simone and Kendall.
Hey.
So, first of all, how did y'all even become friends?
Well, we
And
met.
how well do you know each other? That's what I want to know. So if you can name 3 things that you know about her.
Oh, okay.
Be
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. I'm always
I know, I'm
nice.
just
What's
kidding.
what? Okay, wait. I'll ask the
Always.
question. How about this?
Oh,
What is her favorite color?
Black.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Yeah. She likes pink sometimes too.
True.
Pink. Okay,
Yeah.
pink and black. Okay, what is
Mhm.
her favorite thing to do outside of Comeback Kids Society?
Hang out with me.
Yeah,
Oh.
absolutely.
Wow, I feel
Twins,
like
friends.
Twinsies.
So
I feel like
that was so easy.
I feel like that. So sorry. Let's get into a harder question. What is her favorite food?
Oh,
Oh.
Kendall's favorite
Mm.
food.
Depends,
It depends on what she's doing. Kendall is very healthy, but I feel like she loves some pizza. But I feel like she also loves Kai's bars and Question.
Ooh, come
Let's
on.
be real.
When you're
Okay.
in that low carb life, those are the
Right.
go-tos.
and green juice. So
Green juice.
green
What do you
juice.
mean by green juice?
it's a bunch of vegetables.
Listen, I'm a
Mixed up.
child. I don't like to eat vegetables. If I can just juice it and drink it and just go on with my day.
Juice it and drink it.
Gang, gang.
Isn't that a saying?
Juice
Yeah.
and
It is.
I
Juice.
want that grain drink.
That's what's up. Okay, same thing for you. What is her favorite color?
Holy hell.
You got it.
I think this green right here.
Olive.
Purple.
No,
Oh my God.
Not even
Hold on.
close.
Oh, yellow.
I like yellow
Yellow.
and black. I
Yellow
wear a
and
lot of
black.
Black and yellow. Okay.
Yeah, yellow for sure. That's a good color on her. It's like a Cadillac, right? Oh, okay. See, I got
mustard
nervous.
yellow.
Cadillac.
some
That's
mustard
what
yellow. We like some
Mustard
mustard yellow.
yellow. Why?
It's
It's the color.
beautiful.
What are you talking about?
It's close to gold. I like gold. Also,
Ah, okay.
you
Well,
know?
that would make
So-
sense.
So
yeah, it
She
is yellow.
expensive. Okay.
I'm
Okay.
nervous. I'm nervous.
No. Okay. So favorite food.
It kind of depends too. Okay, listen right here. Okay, so listen. So she loves, I'm going to give you several. She loves
Okay.
really sweet tea, but she's not drinking it right now.
Mhm.
She loves the purple
But where do you like
bag
your sweet tea
gummies.
from? That's the best question.
So if I'm getting it from the gas station, then Pure Leaf extra sweet.
Okay.
It's the purple.
The purple. Yeah. I got you.
Because I'm Southern. Because I'm
Yeah.
Southern. Okay.
Okay.
But then I feel like Chicken Express, their
Mm.
sweet tea is
Let's
gold.
go.
Chick-fil-A is pretty good
Yeah,
too. But
yeah.
You
Chicken
guys want to
Express,
send,
Right.
you want to sponsor us?
right? Yes,
Come on.
absolutely.
Let's go. You wouldn't turn it away. Yeah. What's her
Hey.
favorite hobby outside of Comeback Kids Society?
I'm going to say
You can't use
just
the same
leading,
answer.
honestly, leading people, creating
Mm.
groups, getting groups together.
Okay.
We love to go out. We love to dance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything that involves people, we're there. Honestly.
Got you. That makes sense.
Right.
That's dope. So we'll get into how y'all met and I know the story. So what is the whole story of y'all actually meeting and coming together?
So I had started working for Buy for Less, and Kendall was working there. And it was wild because I had like on a whim like made a decision. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and like do this. I'm stepping into this. Kendall was actually like on her way out. And then someone had come to her office and was like, there's this girl coming in from the nonprofit world. Like, you really need to like stay and like meet her. So she did. Like, she just was like, okay, I feel like I need to do this. And so we met that way and worked together for a year. And then after a year is really when we became friends. It was like we actually started to have like more conversations and connect and realized that we had so many different synergies. Our hearts were the same. Like, we're so similar. And so that was really cool. But we were on the same team together, which is kind of like what brought us like even closer, really. So
she was actually my boss. She had to put up with me.
You're great.
And even to show the dynamic of y'all two, you gotta tell like who's the more organized and then who's the.
I feel like they might be able to tell.
I mean, listen, it's that girl. I'm the interrupter. I mean, she is organized. She is great. Like, you ask, literally, she'll be on her phone. You're talking to her, having a conversation, and she's on her phone, and you think she's not listening, and she's just created a spreadsheet, all the advertising that you need for the Comeback Kid Society to post on your social media, and then created a video for the world to see. And you're like, it's been 5 minutes.
And like, 5 minutes.
And then she's like, look. And I'm like, okay, I'm going home.
Right. And you're over here just having distracted.
I'm just talking, honestly.
Right.
I have the gift of gab.
Right.
Love
like
it.
to say.
We love it.
I'm the crazy one. My desk is always messy, but I know where everything is.
Everything's
Don't
at.
touch it.
Right.
She knows.
Don't touch it because it's your clutter, so you know where everything's at.
Right, she knows.
That makes sense. I feel like I'm the same way in a way, you know. I love to just like talk, but then the way my brain works is like everything is all over the place. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, maybe that's just the visionary, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? So but I appreciate y'all's dynamic. That's why it's so fun, for one, y'all being on the podcast, but then also just connecting and partnering together and stuff. So anyway, y'all are over a dope nonprofit called the Comeback Kid Society. And I would like to hear, for one, how it started, and then where is it at right now? So
Kendall, you share how it started. And
Lord, okay, I'll try to keep it brief because I'm like the talker. My brain's all up here. So I've been working with teenagers here we go. I've been working with teenagers since I was 18. I'm 35. Just saw an opportunity to help teenagers become the things that what was within them, the greatness and all of that stuff. They just needed someone to draw it out and to call it out, honestly. And so I would say about 5 or 6 years ago, I started mentoring in the juvenile detention center. And it's this one girl, honestly, she started it. I was doing one-on-ones. They were making really great decisions, and then I'd see them in 3 months, and they'd bring their siblings with them, and I was like, okay, now we're going backwards. You say you want to do this. We made goals, but you're coming back. And so a girl walked in. She looked at me and just told me she was married. She was 17. Her husband was 18. He robbed a convenience store when they were getting snacks. She was in the car, had no idea. A mile down the road, she gets thrown in a cop car to go to juvie. He gets thrown in a cop car to go to prison. And she is starting to tear up because she said, I've been given 2 options. I can rat my husband out with a letter to the judge saying I had no idea that this is what he was doing. And she said, which would get me out. However, he's in a gang. If I do that, I'll get killed when I get out from his gang members. And my marriage is over if I rat him out. And she said, or I can go to Mabel Bassett, the women's prison, in 2 weeks when I turn 18. And she's sobbing, and she's like, I don't know what to do. And she said, my dad stopped answering the phone because I know he can't afford an attorney like he said. And so, and it was it. She was the girl that started the Comeback Kid Society because I realized, oh, you want to be better. Your dreams are huge. There's greatness inside of you, but society is not set up right now for you to succeed. There's no one on the outside that's helping you make better decisions, giving you resources, championing you when you get out of here. And so thus became the Comeback Kid Society.
That's crazy. How'd you, was it you that like kind of formed the whole thing at the beginning?
Yeah.
How'd you come up with the name?
Man, it was going to be a couple different names, and I honestly don't know. It just came to me one day, and I said it sounded right, and I just went.
You just
with
randomly
it.
said it?
Literally,
That's
I was just
crazy.
I was just coming up with names and just wrote down the Comeback Kids Society, and it literally just people loved it, and I was just
Wow.
like, okay, great, let's go.
Yeah, that's
So,
crazy. That's super
Love
dope.
that.
I love the name, so that's high five to you on that one.
Thank you.
That's fine.
Hey.
Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah,
Oh my
I
god.
don't hit
the
my mic.
on the podcast.
Lord help.
No.
There we go.
There
Listen,
we
we
go,
can
there
go
we go, there we go,
underneath
there we go.
the mic.
That's dope. And then you came, or tell the story of how you had the vision about how even Simone came about.
Oh, like back in the day,
Yes.
like the straight. Okay, so I would say probably about 2015. So how was like 2 years before,
Yeah.
maybe 3 years. Just honestly, I'm a Christian. The Comeback Kids Society isn't a Christian organization, but I'm a Christian, and
Right.
so throwing a fit one day in worship, like just sitting in my chair, arms crossed, like, and why am I out here? Because I moved to go to this ministry school, and I just was not happy. I was mad. And so I'm just sitting there throwing a fit, cussing God out.
Of course.
You know, it'd be like
That's
that
how it
sometimes.
works.
like that.
Honestly,
That's how
it'd
it
be like
works.
that
It's like
sometimes.
that.
Yeah.
And I just get this vision. My eyes are open, and it is myself and a black woman in the Plaza District. There is a silver vending cart in front of us, and I just in my spirit know we're selling coffee. And it was, the Lord was just like, listen, it is all the things you love. Teenagers that need a chance, a second chance.
Yeah.
The type of people down here with the creativity and all of that, and then also coffee shops. And so I just was like, oh, literally that is all of my favorite things. I get to do something like that.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I get
that's
to
crazy.
help these type of teenagers and give them jobs and mentor them and just set them up for success. Like, absolutely.
Yeah.
So it was literally, I was on, like Simone said, I was on my way out of the company because I'd probably been a year in, and it was just like to run a nonprofit and work 55 hours, 5.5 days a week. I just was like, I don't know how to do this. I have to pay my bills. And so I was on my way out, and someone said, I really want you to meet this girl. She's from the nonprofit world. And we met, and she was the one in the vision 3 years prior. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
it's
super dope.
insane.
And then you connected and came in the picture. And then, so tell us, like, for one, what you do within Comeback Kids Society, and then besides keeping her organized.
Try.
All right.
Try.
But then also, like, what was your, like, yes, I'm going to commit to
Yeah.
this type thing?
So it was wild because I finally had said, hey, like, I want to really, like, understand what is Comeback Kids Society. Like, let's meet up. Let's talk about, like, what it is that you do. See if there's, like, some way that I can, like, come alongside you and help you with this. And so we had gone to church together and then went to Jason's Deli and had lunch. And I'm sitting there listening to her tell me this story. And the thing that is crazy about what she's saying is that for me, when I was 19, I had a vision. And it was like, okay, I see the Plaza District, and if y'all are familiar with District House, the coffee shop that used to be down there, it literally looked just like that. But this is 2009, so District House did not exist.
Right.
And so it's like I see this coffee shop that looks like District House, and I walk in, and it's like there's a coffee bar set up. There's kids working behind it. There's people everywhere. Like, I can tell that it's like this community space, for people. And the vision is like shifting. Like, I can see that it's like we're having classes there. We're hosting like community events. Like, we've got kids that are going through different things, and we're doing after school programs, like all of this stuff. And I was like, I love this because I loved working with people, but I also was like 19 years old and was like, I don't know what that was. I don't know what to do with that. And so the vision was just buried.
Yeah.
And so when I sat down with Kendall and she's telling me about this nonprofit, I'm like, this is incredible. And then she starts telling me about the vision. And I was like, why are we describing the same vision?
Right.
Like, that's insane. I mean, years apart. And I had talked to mentors about this, like leaders in my church about this. I was like, I just don't really know what to do with it. Like, it's incredible, but I just don't even see how that would be something, like how to even step into that, or when God's going to like open the door to like show me the steps to take.
Right.
And then I'm sitting down having this random, what I thought was random lunch. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this is it.
Yeah.
And so I shared that with Kendall and told her, and it was just like, okay, like this is happening. Like, we're moving forward with this. Like, I'm in it to win it. Like, let's do this, you know, like, I want to be a part of this because I love student ministry, had done it for years, and was looking for like, well, what is the way for me to be able to walk in this vision that I feel like God had shown me and given to me. And in the same vision too, I also was doing this with another person that I was like, I don't know who that is. It's another girl. We obviously own this together. We're doing this together. So who is that? So it was just wild. Yeah. Insane.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And so y'all have been in operation for how long?
Oh gosh.
2018?
Yeah. Since 2018. Yeah.
Got you. And how many students in juvenile detention centers are you in so far?
We're in 2 juvenile detention centers right now. So we go to Tecumseh Rehabilitation Center and then Oklahoma City Juvenile Detention Center. Okay. And when we go in, like right now, obviously, like we're not able to go in because of COVID. Right. But when we would go in, we would see, we'd typically spend time with kids in their pods. And we'd see anywhere from like 12 to 16 kids a visit. And we would go in at least like 4 times a week. Wow. So
that's amazing. And you have, from what y'all have been saying, y'all have like a gang load of mentors, right? And so that's super dope. That's hard to come by because like you don't have, I mean, I've seen a lot of nonprofits.
It's really
right. No, it's real though. I mean, like you see a lot of nonprofits that like it's hard to even get volunteers. You know what I'm saying? So that's amazing and a blessing that you all have, just people willing to do that, and especially the juvies, right?
Ooh,
like
so great.
Right.
Is great.
You do get, you kind of get this like, oh, I don't know, like, am I gonna get shanked? There's some real questions, and I get it because if you've never experienced that or been in. And so, what is my favorite thing is when that new mentor comes in and they, just connect with the kids, and then we leave like an hour and a half later, they're crying and they're like, I thought I was going to leave here feeling empty and sad, but this is the most alive I've ever felt, and I've never felt so full of hope. Wow. Yeah. And so just as much as it's changing the students, it's really changing the mentors just as much.
Yeah. Wow. That's amazing. And then also y'all have a what kind of group? The Uproar thing? What would you call that? Like a small group type thing?
Yeah. So Uproar is really for like our students that are in Higher Ground, which is our one-on-one mentoring program. So we offer free mentors to literally any student that wants one. Okay. And so we love to go into the juvies, but then we're also like, we want to partner with kids outside, right? Because when they're in the juvie and they leave, our hope is that it's like that they call us and we can say, great, let us get you hooked up with a mentor. Yeah. And so every Tuesday night at City Center, we host Uproar at 7 o'clock. Like any kids can come, like 11 to 18 is welcome. And we basically just teach life skills. So we'll talk about how do you choose your friends? How do you deal with disappointment? What is grief? And like, how do you walk through that, and mentors are there that are present. And, we actually make a lot of like connections through that too, because sometimes it's like kids will get to meet a mentor and just interact and have fun every week, and then finally they're like, you know what, I think I want Jordan to be my mentor because I get to hang out with him every week and he's really cool, and then we get to make that match and that connection. So it's really awesome.
That's dope. And then y'all were talking about a 13-week program that you're doing too, right?
Yeah.
I think from what I've seen so far, from the choosing your friends, it's amazing, and I'm gonna have to go through this one and see who I need to cut out.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
You need to go. Like my 10 top favorite MySpace, they're all getting moved.
Oh my gosh.
What happened to that? That's the thing. Like, I think it needs to come back. Because like
that's how people get in fights. Oh, I see you moved me from 1 to 7. What had happened?
Exactly. But that's whenever you start seeing who the real friends are. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then even before that, you had your top 5 on like your speed dial type thing, right? So or like, you know what I'm saying? What
dating
was the top 5?
I'm like, you're dating
sorry. Yeah.
And this is when we have this session about how to deal with your anger,
right?
Disappointment.
Exactly. Yeah.
So.
But no, it's amazing, and like all of y'all's curriculum, at least the thing that I've seen, is super well thought out and really detailed. And so I encourage anybody that's looking for a curriculum or looking to even become a mentor, like check out Comeback Kid Society. So that was a plug. Sorry. Yeah. Shouting you out.
Thank you.
But yeah, so I think it's amazing. And so y'all have some things that are coming up currently, right? And so I would like for you, don't go into your novel, but if you want to just
wait, don't start.
Right.
Start. Listen, Jordan obviously needs a mentor. He's a comeback kid.
Who wants to be?
He is a comeback kid.
A comeback
he
kid.
Is available.
He's wild.
Somebody want to Help him.
Get
Holy
this boy a
Spirit.
mentor, please. No, so yeah, go into that so then we can, plug some of the events that y'all got going on.
Absolutely. So we are raising $2,000 for Christmas in the juvie. So we're going to go to Tecumseh and basically take them Christmas dinner, take them Christmas presents. So we're raising money for that.
Yeah.
For Oklahoma City juvie, we actually have Adopt a Student. And so all of these kiddos, they have wish lists for Christmas. And so we're looking for people who will sponsor those kids.
Dope.
And then for Higher Ground, kind of like what we do with Uproar, we've got a bunch of kiddos for that too that also have Christmas wish lists. So we're looking for people who, again, would be able to like sponsor and adopt a kiddo for that too.
Wow.
So it's awesome. There's a lot of ways to partner with us and come alongside, and we'd love to have, any help and support with that.
Yeah, definitely. And you said also in another conversation that you have 85
Yes,
kids
85
that you're
total.
trying to sponsor.
Yep.
That's amazing. And then you're actually going to physically go to these places and hand out the gifts.
Yes,
So
we're
great.
excited.
Y'all Santa. Okay. Okay.
We a little cuter though, a little thinner, a little cuter.
Right.
Okay?
Exactly.
Corona got
exactly.
me though. 10 pounds.
Listen.
Corona got me. No electricity and Corona
know.
got me.
Listen, OG&E. No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
You're doing your best.
But do better. Right.
I was about to put my address, but
Okay.
Right.
like, let's not.
We just
Get
beep
some
out the
stars.
whole thing.
Oh my
Just
gosh.
gotta
Right.
go.
Right.
But last year we did Christmas in Tecumseh, and just to kind of talk about the impact, really, of what we take for granted.
Yeah.
Pencils, notebooks, and things like that. They get these big bags of essentials from, what do they call it? Slippers, I guess.
Yeah.
House shoes,
Towel
sets, lip balm, all of this stuff that's just basic for us. It gets put in this huge bag, and a kid tried to give it back and said, I think there's a mistake. I've never gotten this many gifts my whole life combined.
Wow.
And tried to give his gift back. You know what I'm saying? And they're just crying and grateful because one night strangers showed up and said, "We love you."
Yeah.
This is not going to be the rest of your life. This is not based on, this is not what your future's going to look like. The things that you've done is not who you are. And so, a Christmas gift can open up a door for a life change,
Yeah.
and for a kid to feel seen and loved and known by complete strangers. And so, it's hope on the outside. Maybe they'll be kind to me. The life that I want to live, maybe I can have because these people right here are kind to me. And look at where I am, So it's an open door that could change their future, which sounds crazy because it's a bag of essentials that we take for granted every day.
It's crazy how the small things can make a big difference. So, even like to give people like a history or like a lesson on these juvenile detention students, like what does it look like whenever they either graduate out of that or if they're able to get out or whatever, like what's the next step for them? Do you know?
For sure. So our hope is that whenever they leave that they give us a call because we're not allowed to contact them. And so whenever we go in and we do the curriculum and we spend time or we'll teach art or we'll play games or do basketball or volleyball, we're trying to make that connection. So just like Kendall said, when they leave, they say, I remember the Comeback Kids Society coming in and they made me feel welcome and special and like I had a choice and that I had options and could do something different to impact my life. And a lot of times we have kids call us and then typically we say, okay, perfect. Let's get you hooked up with a mentor, come to Uproar. Let's meet with you. Let us come to your house, meet your family, meet your parents. And kind of see how we can come alongside you.
That's dope. And even like outside of like Comeback Kids Society, for like just a regular student, do they normally go back to their parents' house or like they kind of get kicked out and booted, or like what does that look like transition wise?
Really depends. Some of them are waiting on something like a Job Corps or a foster placement, or to go back home or to find a loved one that they can go with because home isn't safe. Some of them honestly are 16. They're smaller than you, and they may go to prison because they may be fighting an adult crime. And so it really just depends on their needs and what's available. And so I know that Tecumseh one is a rehabilitation center, and so sometimes they try to help them find an apartment when they get out, and just really come alongside them as much as they can once they're out.
That's wild. And I mean, that's even like a plug too, you know what I'm saying, for people to actually get invested in like just even knowledge about these students that are being kicked, because we even partner with the DHS and foster care system, like these kids that are aging out of these things. Like, where do they go after this? You know what I'm saying? And so just for people out there, you know what I'm saying, that's get knowledge and try to get invested in it. These kids are in need and either of a place to stay or just items in general.
Right.
And so,
Well, I feel like the reality is that, and this is kind of like, our mindset of going into it too, is that everybody needs a mentor.
Yeah.
I have a mentor, Kendall has a mentor, like we're grown adults, right?
Mm.
But we still have people that are like looking out for us, that call us, that say, why are you making that decision? Like, what are you really thinking about that? That really have the ability to say, hey, I love you. I care about you. I don't want anything from you. I want something for you. And so, for us, we feel like our comeback kids, like they don't age out. Like the idea is to say, we want to be able to walk with you through life,
That's
you
good.
know? And so just because you turn 18, like we don't care. We still love you. We want to be able to say, like, how do we figure out how to continue to walk with you to help you through life?
And
know?
ultimately, probably the turnaround is they become a mentor themselves too, right?
Absolutely.
That's amazing. So I appreciate everything that y'all doing, man. We usually end, you know what I'm saying, with a good question.
Ooh.
And we already kind of went over this, but I want to know what y'all think about this mint thing.
Oh my goodness.
Because
Jordan.
Kelsey
Like we said, Jordan needs a
says,
mentor.
Yes.
Just reach out to the
Listen,
Comeback Kids Society if you are interested.
I just want a clarification
Oh, my word.
on this. Is mint candy?
Word.
I mean, I think you and I know that it's not candy.
Exactly. Okay.
Like, do you ever go buy mints to go watch a movie?
Mm-mm.
Or is it because your breath stank and you just pop it in?
And you have a date,
Listen,
maybe, right?
But Mentos, though, Mentos has kind of switched the game up a little bit.
Simone, okay.
I would buy Mentos and take it to a
Explain,
movie. I
explain.
have
Which
before.
one?
You
The
have?
fruity one?
Both.
But let's be honest.
Both.
The fruity one?
Both. Kendall, you have bought it for me. You've been like, hey,
One
I'm
time.
at the
One
gas
time.
station. What you want? A sweet tea and some Mentos. Bring it, girl. Listen, I'm just saying.
And you know what I was thinking?
It could be candy.
Is she going to eat this like candy? Because it's obviously
And I sure
It's
did.
obviously not.
And I sure did.
But what Simone wants, she
Listen.
gets.
That's
So
right.
That's
That's
not a
right.
question.
What baby wants she get.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's right. So
That's
Nobody puts baby in
incredible.
a
to
corner.
each his own.
Right,
you know,
right,
to each
right.
his own.
Because she
So.
comes in like looking like an angel in these
And I look
videos
like a
that she
haggard
does.
homeless woman. Is that a comeback kid? Did she just get out of juvie?
I can't stand you.
That's incredible. Man, okay, well, so we'll leave it up in the air. We got one for not candy, and then one for, or vice versa. One it's not candy, and then the other one is for candy. Okay, cool. I get it. So it'll never be decided.
Listen,
ever.
we'll have
So-
to look at these
Tiebreaker.
comments and see.
Yes.
Definitely.
Listen, I want
In
to
the
know what the
comment
listeners
section.
think.
Right,
okay?
exactly. So for all of the audience out there, like if you can, like this is your camera that you got right here. So if y'all can, tell these people where they can follow you at, and then you can do your personal, you can do your Comeback Kids Society and all of that. And so give us where they can follow you at, and then also give them like some type of like thing that they can take away from, you know what I'm saying, something that's either
Yes,
one
Jesus.
inspiring thing that y'all either live
We
by
ready. Hey.
or like
Oh my word! Yes.
something that like they could take away from and then be able to be inspired, either one quote that y'all live
Okay.
by or whatever.
Yeah.
Kendall's is probably
Kendall's so right.
ratchet.
She gonna do it though. She ready.
right.
I'll share how you can follow us, and I'll let Kendall handle the
Now I'm on the spot. and
Right,
everything.
right,
I've
right.
forgotten everything.
Like she's like,
Jesus
what?
wept. Just kidding.
Right.
Amen.
Everybody connects with it. Yeah. Anyway, go
Oh
ahead,
my
Simone. Tell us
gosh.
where we can all follow you at.
Yes, so you guys can follow us on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook at the Comeback Kids Society. Kendall and I are also on there. Kendall Kelly, who is Simone. So yeah, check us out. I'm on
Perfect.
inspiration.
Add us. Hit us up. Like it. I don't know. What do people say? Leave comments. Honestly.
Slide in the DMs. Yeah.
No, we slide in no DMs.
Oh no.
I mean, maybe. It's cuffing season. No,
Right.
It's
It's
My
cuffing
phone
season.
number is
Right.
405.
beep, beep, beep. Jordan could say it, not this Jordan.
Oh. I mean, yeah, sure.
The child that I raised, my youth kid. So honestly, everybody has something to bring to the table, whether you have been a mentor or a mom or whatever. There's something in here that these kids need, whether you just show up and you're smiling at them, whether you have something nice to say like I'm proud of you, whether you are just bringing food. Everybody plays a part, and it's huge in these kids because most of these kids have been taken advantage of, and somebody wanted something from them. And so you're just going to be giving. You're going to literally put things in an account for them that they're going to remember. Man, she remembered my name, and she only met me once.
Yeah.
That man smiled at me and said that I was funny, or that he believed in me, or he's proud of me, and no one's ever said that to me. Yeah. And so it doesn't matter what your history is, your background is, whether you've mentored or not. There's a gifting and a talent and a skill and a smile that a student needs that you have. And so everybody is welcome to the table.
That's good. That's good. That's dope. Well, I appreciate y'all coming out, risking the weather and the COVID. And so y'all are no masking it up.
14 days.
I feel I'm going to need a lot of hand sanitizer.
My word.
No, I appreciate y'all guys. And I'm excited for this partnership too.
Oh my gosh,
so
stoked.
please be on the lookout for everything Comeback Kid Society, GNWY, but also right now, Comeback Kid Society. So we appreciate y'all. Please be able to right now go follow them and everything that they just said, and be up to date on all of the things Comeback Kid Society.
Yes.
And so we appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for coming out. Do not forget, if you can, go like, subscribe, rate, review, all of the things, and we're going to be able to get this story out to all of the people that follow. So we appreciate y'all. Thank you so much.
You.
We'll see y'all next time.